Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2 between Dreamers and Omega Gaming just about to start. My name is DKTruman and I'm once again joined by Rayur to hopefully see a bit of a closer show than game 1.
Hello. Yeah, I think we are going to see a more stable game, in my opinion. Like, we see Dreamers just banning Earth Spirit and Epulze. You gotta respect Omega. Like, you gotta ban the zeros. We see a Storm ban. I'm not a big fan of Storm Dispatch. I don't think you need to ban him so in the early stage of the drafting. And a Cop ban. Like, they are confused why ban Storm and ban Cop. Kinda strange.
I mean, we
And
saw
you see,
what Jimari did last game. Like, he went nuts with a couple of aggressive heroes, try to just get all of them out of there so that you don't have Jimari on your triangle trying to completely 1v5 your team.
yeah. We see the Dazzle from Chen. I really think on the next series, this Dazzle is going to be a must ban against Omega. This guy is always playing good with the Zero, always have like so much impact with this. The Zero is hard to deal. He has a strong lane phase. I really enjoy when they pick Dazzle on the side of Omega.
Okay.
And you have Bat Rider. Okay, 17 pick Bat Rider. That's unusual.
This looks like a very aggressive game from Omega.
Hopefully, this is not an off-lane Bat Rider, please.
Oh no, I assume it's just going to be a Jimari bat. But, you know,
Yeah.
that's the plus. You can always adjust it in case the enemy picks something that is horrible for it. But, like, if they go for Legion Commander mid or something, then you just put the DP there, put the bat off. But for the most part, I assume it's just a bat and he wants to stomp him.
I think they need to pick a range hero on the mid lane, like that spam spells, like Lina, maybe Puck. I don't think Lash is a good option here because I think Bat Rider is insanely good against Lash on the lane. And they just ban Storm. Storm is a good hero to deal against Bat on the lane. It's hard to dive because of the Remnant. I want to see what Dreams is going to pick. I don't think a Spirit is a good choice here, like Void Spirit or Amber. If it's the comfort zone of Miggy, they should aim for Void Spirit, but I don't think it's a good choice.
Oh, we
When you
just saw
see
his Void Spirit get absolutely destroyed, so I probably wouldn't.
It's a tiny mid or offlane tiny.
I would assume tiny mid then against the PL mid. Hey, no, I assume it's still flexible. Like, I think I've definitely seen Draken play tiny before, so at least you've got that flex going for you. Last pick is for Dreamers. It's not the greatest flex, but you know it exists. You just put, of course, a very strange tiny ogre lane, but it is very tanky and hard to deal with. Not great against Dazzle, though.
It's a good hero against Batch on the lane. It's hard to dive because of the toss. But overall, I think Bat manages to have a better time on the game. When you have BKB on Bat, he just lassos Tiny and he's dead. I have Shadow Demon, of course, to cover and help to deal with, but I really think Dreamers should take this PL and just grab a mid laner instead, you know? Troll last pick. Oh, Troll with eggs? Pug?
Against Demon? I mean, I love Troll, don't get me wrong, and I always love watching Troll, and yeah, exactly what you said, the Ags is insane against the PL. It's just, he's probably going to go Battlefield, right? But it's just, Normally, I don't see trolls getting picked up against shadow demons or wyverns for that matter, for very specific reasons.
I think they are confident that they have the silence on DP and you have Dazzle to cover. And on the game seems decent. I would not say it's the best option, but seems decent. They need to pick a strong offlane against this troll. And I don't have much heroes in mind. Sand King. Okay. Sand King offlane, Tiny middle, and PL carry. I think Dreamers has a solid draft this game.
Okay.
It's better than the last game. What do you think?
It's still rough, but like PL is, it's a pretty decent PL game. Except for the troll, that one's horrible. But the other heroes, you are not too problematic. You could get rid of the bat debuff, the dazzle debuff. You drain mana even if they're shallow grave, so they're not really a very big problem at that point. Yeah, I really like the PL pick, but the question is, can he even get enough farm?
He can farm this game, I think, if he manages to have a... The problem is, DP just destroy PL on the lane. Like, if they repeat what happened on the last game, it's going to be a stomp. PL needs to have a good lane this game in order to carry the game. He needs like diffuse on in maybe 12, 11 minutes of the game. And make sure that he has heart. He needs heart this game.
Okay.
Tough game for PL, in my opinion.
I mean, the plus side is that Diffusal Blade's cheaper now. Like the only plus point. Yes. But yeah, it's gonna be rough. Regardless, I mean, we saw how dominant Omega was in the first series. Nonetheless, new series, new chances. What are your predictions, Rayur?
I think I'm going with Omega this series. I don't think it's the best draft that they can make, but they have a pretty strong lane phase. And if they manage to win the lane phase like they did in the last game, they can win the game pretty easily. I think they have strong lanes also this game. Throw is a very strong hero on the lane. It's a good against Sand King. You have Dazzle, you have the mid lane that is Batrider against Tiny, and Tiny, if Tiny manages to do mistakes, he can be solo on the lane pretty easily. So I'm going with Omega this game.
Okay. Yeah, probably. Most likely. I mean, that's just the way the game looks at the moment. But look at all the heroes towards mid lurking about. The only one not there is Tibu, who's already lying in wait in the lane. Not that PLs tend to be able to do much. It comes down to an actual brawl in the early game compared to like a Troll Warlord, who does have that nasty AoE slow. Yeah, I guess just a 2-for-2 bounty. Actually, they might grab more on Omega's side, considering the positions. Dreamers are
do you know about Dark Demon?
going in, but are they really? Burrow, they have Ignite as well. Just a little bit of a tickle coming through. Slows are nasty, especially at this point from the Dazzle. Burrow comes out onto Mingati. No one actually picks up the bounty. It gets denied by Chan. And that should...
Look at the damage. Chan can kill Miggy. He's going to kill Miggy.
Wait.
Oh, the poison touch.
Solo kill? First creep wave going to be missed as well? Oh my lord.
Oh my god. This poison, man. So broken.
He he destroys the bounty rune and gets first blood already. That is just so painful. He misses half the first creep wave as well. Puts him a little bit behind, which is very scary against the Batrider.
Yeah. Not the best way to start the game as a mid laner. Like, you just died, and the opponent has half XP already. You don't want to play this matchup if you're not on the same level against bad. Tough game. Tough beginning of the game for Miggy.
I mean, that is also one of the pluses of Poison Touch, of course. Physical damage, and Tiny has no armor at the start of the game, plus the slow. The god-awful slow, he can pretty much put you to a halt. Like, make you stop. Bonus slow per hit, 2%. At one point, you're just crawling away.
Yeah. Just look at the damage that Lissex and Dark Demon are doing bottom just by right-clicking PL. So much damage. When Lissex get level 3, it's going to be hard to lane against. Like, just look at the damage. They're just right-clicking.
Yeah, what can Ogre really do?
Just cry.
Pulling the creep wave. Yeah, Ogre's also... He does have a couple of mangoes and a healing self that he can use on Tibu, but it's a tough lane. 2 melee versus 2 range tends to... Unless you got like an Earth Spirit or something, tends to be pretty rough.
Yeah. I think we're going to see more action on the bottom lane and on the top lane.
Ooh, Mingati top though. Gets jumped. Actually going back in on towards Blake. Chan's got that nasty slow onto Blake, and it will be the Shadow Demon finished off because Chan wants more kills. He's got 2 kills so far. Draken Invis Detection comes out. They spot out the Sanking. Does have a burrow. He's trying to disengage. Mingati got a lucky root. Unfortunately will not connect, and Chan did not have Poison Touch just yet. But top is... guess so far is so good for Omega in general.
Yeah, Omega seems like a strong team on the lane phase.
Not perfect yet though, because BL does have a decent amount of last hits at the very least. Jimmy just brings out a ton of regen every time.
Fortified their structures against attack.
They're spending too much regen on bottom, and now it's now it's difficult. DP just got level 3. I think now he's going to farm less. The lane is pushed. I think Hoodwink needs to stop the pull, make sure he doesn't pull. If they manage to keep the lane next to the tower, it's really difficult to play this lane properly.
Don't burn your fingers. Selfish.
Well, so far the laning stage all over the place, not too problematic. Did have some nice engagement so far. The creep pull here from Dark Demon gonna make it even more problematic under the tower.
Oh, the damage! The top lane.
Oh, John, 4 Shadow Poison and debuff stacks. He is gonna get taken down. Draken needs to get out. There is that sentry ward. There's always sentry wards. Mingati gets another kill, looking for Blake, but he's actually considering that the creep's gonna give him more money than the kill on Blake. He's gonna walk back towards the tower.
Yeah, I would go for that Shadow Demon. I did not understand why. Oh, the mid lane, the dive?
Jimari going in. Blake TPs, but he has no mana and will at least help in finding the counter kill, even though that got a little bit spicy that Blake might die himself. Yeah, now he TPs towards mid, has to walk back to base, and then walk back to the lane. In the meantime, Draken top lane, he's gonna get slowed down as well with the Poison Touch. Draken, run away, you can't because it's a dazzle.
He's dead. Oh, the poison.
Dazzle. Oh, Dark Demon dies bottom lane though. That is pretty big. T-Boon needs as good of a lane as he can possibly get.
I think they should be doing better on this lane. It's kind of strange, PL having this good time on bottom. DP is a pretty tough hero against PL.
Well, that's what you got the Ogre support for. Doesn't really do much except for help.
They are doing so much damage on the top lane.
Oh yeah, already starting to slow siege it currently. I mean, I'm so afraid of looking in one or the other lane because I know that the lane I'm not looking at is gonna probably have some kills happening.
Yeah, there's so much action on this game.
Shadow Poison,
kinda hard to keep up.
stacks. Always be careful. Respect the demon. And Jimari, of course, with the level 6 can drag Miggy back, who is still not level 6 himself. And of course I look away, but it's Lissax getting the kill onto Jimmy. Goff in return with a rotation from Blake. Tibu does get a kill. That is pretty big. Like, if they need to make sure he doesn't have a game. Well,
Time just to be top.
Miggy going for Chan. Doesn't have anything left. Tower lost it. Miggy just barely gets the finisher. So what do you think is the best timing for Dreamers this game? Do they just need to try and take it till late for the PL, or? Oh, top. Wow, Miggy just tossed in Jimmy Koff on top of Minga T. The troll does not have his ulti, and the troll is dead.
Doesn't have better strengths. A greedy move for Mingati, in my opinion.
In comes the bat. But there's Draken, Burrow, Sandstorm. They have the disruption as well. Try and hold them in place. They've got the ignite slow. Jimari is trying to run away. Shadow Poison stacks coming in. Avalanche on top. And that is huge. That is actually huge.
Yeah. And they are not pressing bottom. DP doesn't have 6 because Dark Demon is taking so much experience. I think Dreamers is having the best case scenario for them. They need Epulze on PL in order to have a good timing, and they need Dagger on Draken.
He's trying to say
Draken is dead.
Help me. Help me, Blake. But no, they have sentry wards everywhere. Like, they can't have sentry wards on the dire side anymore, right? But they still have some to be bought, because it feels like he's bought every sentry ward in the game constantly. So, speaking of which, Miggy is really making sure that the top lane is going in favor of the Radiant.
And he just walking top and getting kills. What is this? Oh my god.
Jimmy Koff gets forces out the lasso from the bat. After, the toss back. This is big underneath the tower. Demonic Purge as well.
Just TP.
Yeah, actually turn it around. Miggy's dropping pretty low. Underneath tower does have Avalanche in a second. Waiting. Dark Demon will be able to walk away. Bit of a risk factor between the two sides.
So much action going on in this game right now. Every lane has something going on. I think on the side of Omega, they need just to chill. Guys, just calm down. Let's farm. Wait Exo. Go middle. Get Travels on Batrider. Get Better Fury on Troll. Dreamers need to speed the game. Oh, the bounties.
Ooh, always nice. And the free kill onto Dazzle. Yeah, Miggy's definitely getting his revenge for that first blood.
Did Chan just ignore the bounties?
I think they just forgot, or he's thinking, you know, I mean,
he was stacking with 2 bounty runes.
It happens a lot where mid laners just want the bounty runes so that they can recharge the bottle. Maybe that was the case. They forgot about it.
He's dead.
Does have an ult, but doesn't get it off. And John doesn't have Shallow Grave leveled yet, so even if he was there, wouldn't have really been able to do much. But
Miggy is destroying the game. Nice rotations, and it's beautiful to see because it's hard to rotate with Tiny when you do not have Dagger. He's just on the right place at the right time. He knows what he's doing, and he's getting so much impact because of that. Like, they managed to kill Bat on top, they kill Troll, they take Middle Tower. Dreamers are really showing up in this game.
Well, Lissax hasn't really been contested at all. He's even going for a bit of a tanky build with the Sanj start, so we'll be able to gear up to survive in these fights. Once he really joins the game, it does become a lot scarier. Smoke up, actually, from Biggie heading top. Double damage bottled. Big, scary, Tiny. Doesn't have
center.
Get the damage in. Actually, Draken not leveling the epicenter. He doesn't have it. Shallow Grave, though, keeping Mingati alive. Lasso dragging back Miggy. Troll ulti used, but there's
the Shadow Demon.
the disruption save. Miggy trying to run away. Probably will get sniped indeed by Dark Demon. It happens, but they find Mingati in return. It is going to be a 2-for-1 trade, so still very favorable for Omega. But in the meantime, there is a PL free farming all over the map, and he is second in net worth. He's doing a really good job.
Yeah, I think Draken had Epicenter, but it's a strange build. Doesn't have Caustic Final, doesn't have Epicenter. I think the last fight on top could have done better for Dreamers. You have PL farming, but I mean, he needs Yasha, he needs Diffusal, he needs to go hard. You need like more 50 minutes farming.
So you just need to make sure that that is possible, especially considering Mingati also died 3 times this game, which is a pretty hefty amount. Ibu hasn't died a single time just yet. They're creating enough space. Whereas Troll, yeah, Mingati's not too surprisingly going for the Battle Fury. I mean, against PL, but it's a must-have. God, the damage coming out from Ignite is actually insane. Like you see the heroes in mid, they just get destroyed by Ignite.
Yeah, this spell is really OP right now when you have multicast. You see Miggy that he has dagger already. They need to smoke. Smoke with this dagger. Sand King almost has his dagger too.
Give me a run! Let's have a magic wand. Disruption. Oh, the timing was not perfect. Lissax though, purged. Of course, you know, Shadow Demon being one of the hardest counters against the Death Prophet.
What, the grave? What?
A little bit early. I guess they were afraid of Shadow Poison stacks being popped. Iggy doesn't get the toss back.
There's a dagger show.
Oh, Epi Burrow coming through. Chan trying to run away. Mingati joins the fray. Chan should be just fine. But yeah, he was just standing. Actually, Iggy Blink gets the kill with the avalanche. But yeah, they were just standing next to Draken, wanting to re-engage, and he was just repping his ulti. They didn't even realize he was popping Epi right next to them.
Omega needs to sit down and farm. You have Bat, you have Troll. I don't think Bat Rider deals really well with greedy cores on the team. I think when you pick Bat, you need like more like position 2 on the carry. Otherwise, this happen on the game. Like you have 2 heroes that absolutely are dog. They don't do anything on the game at all, and they need to farm. And oh my god, they engage.
Catch coming out, Lasso drag back Miggy, he's behind enemy lines, and it will be 2 nice catches coming in. So Omega make a nice rotation and get a decent amount of work done. I mean, no Epi, Blink Dagger is done on the Sand King, but there is no Epi, so don't really want to go for any aggressive fights until your big ulti comes back off cooldown.
Yeah. I think we're going to see Omega just farm for the next 10 minutes. Until cores have BKB and you have dagger on the bat. All you need to do is farm. I think you can outplay Dreamers by just farming. I think they have a solid draft against PL and Tiny on the late game.
Yeah, the Troll Battle Fury is almost done. It's not the fastest timing, but honestly, it's not too bad. I mean, he did die 3 times, and still the 15-minute Battle Fury is not too shabby. It's about, you know, the average.
I don't really like Battle Fury this game. I think he should go for Maelstrom with Ags and BKB. He's too much greedy. Like, it's too much time doing nothing on the game, just watching the teammates do all the job.
You want to go in on Jmari, Avalanche toss, Burrow on top, Epicenter being rep. The silence comes in time, nonetheless. Jmari's already dead. Okay, that's an interesting aspect that you did mention. Toss forward, Ogre go! That's his Pokemon jump in as well. Lissax Epicenter being used, but the Epi Burrow onto Lissax. DP Exorcism isn't going to save you. That is a huge cooldown used as well.
You have a Bat Rider that doesn't have BKB that needs to show up in the game because he has a throw. Kinda sad game. If he had BKB, there was another fight. Like, he just pressed BKB and run over someone. All Omega needs to do is just farm. And Dreamers need to keep pushing and doing this pressure on the map. They have 2 daggers. They have more resources to make sure Omega does not have a good time on this game. And the top, Miggy?
Well, Biggie is always there, and Jimari is gonna die again. He just respawned. His TP is still on cooldown, and that is a bot's TP. That is very sad. Like, this Bat Rider is not having a game. It started to look really good for him in the early parts, but right now he's struggling. 4 deaths already, and honestly, if anyone on the side of Dreamers, if they win this, like 100% Miggy would be MVP. The reason they're still in it is because he's got some godlike rotations.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job on this game. Like I said, it's hard to play Tiny when you do not have dagger, and he was managed to get all the kills without the dagger. And he just grabbed the dagger and he's killing so more people. He's doing an outstanding job this game. Almost has BKB, so the game is really good for him. But I don't see the net worth just increasing for Dreamers. Like, we feel that they are winning the game, but we don't see that much, you know?
Yeah, they're not. I mean, they got all 3 tier 1 towers, which is nice, but Roshan is not. They're not the fastest team for Roshan, so they kind of need to get like 3 solid kills before they head into the pit. And their pushing power is also very lacking on the side of Tree. They don't actually have, like, Tiny can push, but he doesn't even have max level 3 grab yet. And he's also not gone for like the Echo Saber build, where he just pump out damage on towers. He's more of the old school Tiny, where you get like E-Blade and the like to just blow up someone.
Uh-huh.
So E-Blade's horrible for anything but an interior of this batch.
They don't have much push. They can do like just split and push the lanes, but I think with Travels on the Sand King, this scenario changes a lot. I think he needs to skip EUs and go for Travel. Travel seems good in this game. It just took tier 2 tower. It just smoke. On the bottom. Oh, Jimar is dead again.
Not again, Jimari. Well, he does have a shallow grave behind him, but there's also a Miggy behind him, which is scarier. Nonetheless, actually turns it around. Nice lasso, but it should be still 2 kills for Draken. In comes Mingati with his ulti going on to Tibu. And the gang, Draken's already dead. Tibu, can he get away? He does have a disengage. The Diffusal Blade also doing some nasty work here, and they'll just fall back. But yeah, Miggy, he got surprised by a little bit too many dire heroes in the area. Actually, Mingati needs to be careful. There's an Aether on the Shadow Demon. Oh,
they had the key.
He's got vision.
Oh, the ward.
That ward was pretty nuts. The Diffusal slow. In comes the Chan. Save it 10. Mingati going for the TP. Do they have the interrupt? No! Jimmy Koff used the stun onto Chan. Actually dies in the fountain. What? To the ignite?
In Shadow Poison, man. I think the next fights are going to be better for Omega. They have BKB on both cores. So on this fight again, Jmar does not have BKB. People just cast spells on him and he's like, okay guys, I'm sad. I'm going to die.
No, even if he has BKB, you always have that demonic purge, or you don't get it off in time and you get one shot, which is also a possibility. Like, J Mari is getting decent. He's 6 deaths. This ganking squad is unleashed.
Really different from the last game. That we see him just string rolling the game alone by himself. I think that's one of the worst situations when you pick Bat Rider too soon at the draft. It's not the last pick or an 18 pick. They just pick on the 17. Like, the bat is vulnerable. You need to build the team for the hero. You can't just like, okay guys, I'm going to pick bat here and let's see what we can do. You need to build the pick and make sure on what you're picking and not have too many greedy cores on the game like Troll. Otherwise, you see a bat rider just feeding like that.
I'll take your trust.
I mean, Blake's got the shard now. I'm very terrified of, like, from every hero in the game, of course, you know, Tiny, pretty scary heroes going Echo Saber out now that his BKB is done. TB, of course, unsurprisingly, is going to be terrifying. But that Shadow Demon, if you got 3 demonic purges and you have 3 enemy cores with BKBs in the team fight, what do you think he's going to do?
Yeah.
That's very rough. Oh, Tibu though.
Yeah.
Needs to run away. In from behind, they tried to get there. Tibu's gonna get lassoed. They will find double though, Miggy and Draken together, but they do lose Tibu, which is big. Jimmy is next, and Blake will die a third.
Oh,
They can
the
walk in the
rush.
pit.
I was picking my phrase like on you said about Shadow Demon, and a fight just started.
Well, Miggy is in the pit, and he had they don't have invis action. They go in.
The damage.
They just blow up Minga. Okay.
Oh, the bash.
Oh, Roshi boy, you're such a good boy. Roshi is such a good boy.
Oh my god. Did you just get double bash on the pit?
Yep. While trying to walk out of it and surrounded
Oh my
by 2
God.
enemies, and also Mingati with that invis rune walking into the pit. They have 0 detection. Oh. At that point, you know, Sand King burrows in with the sandstorm. They know they have no detection. He can just chill.
I don't know exactly what Omega needs to do to join the game. Like, just have a fight and in order to win the game. I think this was the best opportunity for them, and Tiny just showed up and killed everyone.
Well, we got a little bit of time right now. Shadow Demon Ags, go.
Shadow Demon Axe, okay, really OP, but really greedy move. Like, he has a first item if he buys right now, but I don't know. I think like maybe Glimmer, Lotus are better on this game. You need Lotus. You have Sand King going for Lotus. I think it's okay. Like, I'm not a big fan of rushing eggs on supports. In case you're not Disruptor, that it's the most OP eggs on the game. One of the most OP eggs on the game, in my opinion. And okay, you have a Shadow Demon that has triple purges, but come on, man, so much gold takes too much to farm.
But
They're
it does-
winning the game, and he's super far ahead, far away from the item.
True. The thing that that I think is amazing is that the one thing in these fights that really kills PL is Troll. Like, that's the one thing that he needs to, when we're talking about late game. That's the one thing he has to be careful of. If you just purge the Troll, he can never chase down the PL. That's just the one thing that I'm terrified for the side of Omega, just constantly perma-slow Troll. Actually, Tibu's got his heart done, by the way. Yeah. Diffusal, Manta, Heart. This was about the timing that you said that they needed to just go ham. Oh, Mingati walking
Yeah.
up the high ground. Lasso drag,
Lasso.
double. Coming in, take him for a spin. Can he get Blake? Yes, indeed. Blake is dead. And Tibu is getting kited at the moment. Miggy is going to get completely destroyed by Mingati. But that's the Aegis popped. In comes Draken with the epicenter burrow onto Lissex. Lissex, shallow grave, just saved barely. Miggy jumping in aggressively, looking for a catch onto J Mari, who's died plenty of times and will die once again. Lissex still on the run, but look at that. Tibu is on the chase. Will be able to get the catch. John make that a triple. And it started off looking really well for Omega, but once the BKBs and the cooldowns are gone, Omega have nothing in the tank. And the G to
That's
the G
game,
gets
I
called.
think. A GG's call. Yeah, man, when PL just got hard and you have no heroes to deal with him, you have Troll, but Control takes so much time to show it up in the game and actually do anything that it's unplayable. The game just begins to be unplayable for them. Really good for performance for Dreamers. I was not expecting that based on the last game.